Here we come through the tunnel for Van der Waal. Oh, he's really beginning to suffer here, and Matthias Frank is giving it everything. All these guys are on the rivet now, and there's going to be masses of people strung out down the road.
Bond from HTC, but it tells me that there's not a team riding on the front and giving it full gas. They're all looking at each other, all playing the waiting game, and that, you know, presents the opportunity for riders to go in the attack. If there was a team really riding, giving 100%, it would be impossible to attack to get out of the front end of the bunch at all. But they can see, you know, still 5 kilometres to go, 25 seconds. They're just playing the waiting game. They know their sole leader, or the leader up front on his own, he's not going to hold on out there. So they're just waiting, and nobody wants to take it up too early.
Nice local support for both Stefano Pirazzi and in the memory of Walter Weyland. I bet they're glad they're not going over that. Slightly easier to go under it on the run into Frigi today. Under 5 kilometres to go then, and we wait for the peloton to come out the other side, where meanwhile Christophe Van der Waal has already done so. He's only got 25 seconds in hand. He's giving it everything he possibly can in time trialling mode, but it looks like his legs are turning a little bit slower than they would have been. Oh, more attacks coming now. It's Androni. This is a good time to attack, especially a rider from Androni that perhaps doesn't have a real chance in the overall. He's certainly using the full width of the road, one would say. I'm not quite sure why, but he is. That's more like it. Just get up behind the motorcycle if you can. Everybody looking at that one. And it's Sella. Emanuele Sella, who started the day 80-1 on the betting, and Sella has gone for this one. Not a man I would suggest is good to get away. Don't let him get away and get too many seconds. This is a big effort, and nobody seems to be thinking about shutting it down yet. Van der Waal is going to have a small Italian right up his backside very shortly, and zipping past him. Two men come to join Sella. Not getting as far as it looked as though it might do. It was a big attack, but the peloton suddenly reacting. Lots and lots and lots of digs. Oh, Jürgen van der Waal, I was going to say, it's not Jürgen van der Waal, it's the other one, Christophe Van der Waal. Almost within touching distance of the rest of them, and one team after another firing a man off, and it being brought back. Nobody being able to snap that elastic and get away yet. This time it's Garmin Cervelo, and it looks like Miller once again who is pushing on. 2.5 kilometres to go, and they're all just massing for an enormous, great big sprint here, Sean.
Yes, we can see there's a lot of riders, you know, just on the front end of the bunch, top 20, 25, and just playing the waiting game. Other ones, like Miller, for example, you know, he feels he has to go a bit further out because in a straight-out sprint he doesn't have that explosive kick, and it's you know, it's going to be an interesting one. Who is the team is going to take it up here? It looks like Lamprey, we can see the colours there very much to the fore. We could see them really just to wind it up in this final 2 kilometres.
This is great. Look, there is Christophe Van der Waal, 1.9 kilometres to go. He's going to get caught. He's got his head down. He's done everything he possibly can. And exactly the right thing to do. But this is a massively speeding peloton. They're just going to swamp him any second. Went away from the rest of his breakaway companions, just under 9 kilometres to go. And the question is, who is going to take up the charge here? They're all over the shop. Looks like Di Luca coming up around the outside for Katusha. And now Sky take on a bit of pace setting at the front. Shioni was right up there.
Pataki is still there.
Pataki is there, yep, third in line at the moment. Giovanni Visconti fighting to try and maintain some sort of place. It looks to me as that's Ventoso just behind Pataki. Ventoso it was then who all the work was being done for by Movistar, and Visconti's thought, that's it, I can't do anything there. Maybe he was waiting for Oscar Gatters there. That is the 1 kilometre to go. Kite looking over the shoulder. Vakon Soleil Barut Bozic in behind Alessandro Pataki by the look of it. Bozic just sitting behind Pataki. Pataki sitting pretty. In fact, he's got the swap places. Bozic and then Pataki, then Ventoso at that particular point. Has Mark Cavendish made it into this group? No, it's not looking that way. On the far left-hand side is Danilo Di Luca. Danilo Honda looks over his shoulder. Di Luca has to check and go around the outside. Honda doesn't quite know where everybody was, or certainly put the cat amongst the pigeons that. And a drive for the line now. And who has come around the outside? Could have been De Luca, could have been Rodriguez. It's difficult to tell. It's a little bit of an uphill finish. We won't see it until we get a good shot right at the front here. Driving for the line. It's not going to make it though, because Alessandro Pataki is coming through the middle. But this time Ventoso goes around the outside. Oh, still more sprinting coming. Pataki drives on the left-hand side, Ventoso on the right. And I think Ventoso takes that ahead of Alessandro Pataki, who just simply ran out of steam. That was a great finish by Francisco Ventoso. He kept his powder dry for as long as possible. And in the end, Alessandro Pataki had run out of steam. Nowhere to go in the end. Well, that's a big scalp for Ventoso, because we've seen how fast Alessandro Pataki is going, and he's raised the end of his tether here. Great win for Ventoso. Look, there he is on the floor.